Dr. Sally, go on.
Jeff, I wanted to hop in and say something that's really important about comparing the different vaccines. There is no way that they can ever be compared because they were done on different populations at different times of the pandemic in every part of the world they were done. So the American vaccines were done on a purely American population, and that was the first variant of COVID. So their study started sometime in July or beginning of August, whereas the studies done with the AstraZeneca and the Janssen started later, and they used different populations of the world. So they had volunteers in Brazil, volunteers in the UK, volunteers in South Africa, and at the same time, that variant was the one that seemed to be coming up at the time, if you look at the timing. So what if we were to take the AstraZeneca, the Pfizer vaccine and the Moderna, and apply them to those same volunteers in the areas that the AstraZeneca did? We might not find the same data, simply because we're talking about different people, different races, and different variants of the virus. So there's no way ever we will ever be able to say which is better or worse, because perhaps if we take the American vaccines and apply them at the same time where the pandemics were, because in Brazil there was a pandemic, but they didn't have any volunteers in the American in the Pfizer and the Moderna. They didn't have any volunteers from Brazil, so we might not find the same level as we find now with the AstraZeneca. There's no way we can compare vaccines ever. It's totally impossible.